I've tried a lot of WordPress hosting platforms, and let me tell you, there are a lot of disappointing options out there. I started with shared hosting thinking it's recommended by WordPress, so I'm covered, right? Wrong. My site was painfully slow, and to make things worse, it got hacked because of a third-party plugin. That's when I knew something had to change. I started searching for other platforms and came across Kinsta. But is it really worth it, or is it just another name in the game? So I decided to put it to the test, and guess what? I found something really surprising about their load times. The security features also caught me off guard. Oh, and don't get me started on the support, it's not what you'd expect. Want to know more about it? You'll have to watch the video to get the full story. Alright, the first thing I noticed about Kinsta was its speed. And here's where it gets interesting. I found out that Kinsta uses Google Cloud's premium tier C2 and C3D network. But this isn't just any other cloud service. It's designed specifically for high performance and reliability. So what does this mean for you? Basically, it results in faster server response, offering a quicker page load time for your site. But that's not all. It also uses Cloudflare edge caching, making sure that your site is cached and served from a data center closest to you. This reduces the amount of time it takes for your page to load. So it's ideal for business websites that demand both speed and reliability. But what about handling traffic spikes? Well, they also have something for that. Kinsta's automatic scaling makes sure your site doesn't go down during busy times. Just check out these numbers. I use the Grafana Cloud K6 tool, which sent 50 virtual visitors to my site. It also made thousands of requests, and the response time was just under this. Also, I didn't notice any significant spikes in the response time either. Finally, all the assets are served from 260 plus point CDN. This led to a significant improvement in my page load times, dropping it to under 1.4 seconds. You know what this means, right? Better conversions, improved SEO search results, increased traffic, and more. Okay, so we know that Kinsta's performance is great, but as you keep building your site over time, you will need something more to keep it optimized. So we've built a free speed optimization plugin called Lift. It integrates really well with Kinsta and can help you squeeze out that extra bit of performance, especially if your site has a lot of media content. Alright, we've talked a lot about speed, but let's dial our focus to security now. Well, Kinsta offers a top tier certifications like these, but what does that mean for you? Basically, these certifications ensure that Kinsta follows the gold standards for data protection and security. This is crucial if you're handling sensitive information like on an e-commerce site or a booking platform. But here's the real question. Does that actually make your site safe? With Kinsta, your site is hosted in its own isolated container. Also, each container has all the software resources you need to run your site, making your site 100% private. This means your website operates separately from others, reducing the risk of security breaches or hacks that could affect multiple sites at once. They also protect against DDoS attacks and malware with a dedicated team monitoring daily traffic to catch any threats. Even though I couldn't test that DDoS protection directly, knowing that your site is actively being scanned for potential attacks or infections is a huge plus in my books. But is all of this enough? Well, with two firewalls, one from Google Cloud and another from Cloudflare, your site is protected from multiple angles. It's a powerful combo, and if you want to learn more about it, comment below and we'll make a video on it. Okay, but good security doesn't stop here. Even with robust security, things can still go wrong. And what if they actually do? That's where Kinsta's backup and restore system steps in. But this was one thing that I didn't really like. I mean, the backups are reliable, but I had to wait over 8 minutes to restore my site. Other than this minor issue, the backup is quite handy if you regularly test new updates or changes on your site. But what about those times when you actually need some help? Kinsta's 24/7 support is more than just fast. It's actually managed by real engineers and not just bots. Every time I reached out, they responded in just under 2 minutes, and they didn't stop until my issue was fully resolved. Now, if you're using WooCommerce, Kinsta promises the same level of hands-on support, but I haven't had the chance to test it yet. But based on what I've seen so far, I'm confident they'll deliver on this as well. So after putting Kinsta to the test, the speed boost was immediately noticeable, and when it came to security, I felt like my site was in good hands. Sure, restoring backups took a bit longer than I'd like, and the pricing can feel a bit too much. But honestly speaking, That's a small price to pay for the level of performance and support you get. Also, pairing Kinsta with the LF plugin gave my site that extra kick. If you want a hosting service that checks all the boxes on speed, security, and uptime, Kinsta is definitely worth a try.